This is the page we were on when I ran out of time or knew I was going to run out of time. This is the change of base formula. And the change of base formula is probably going to become obsolete because now calculators can do this. But what this was set up for is the prehistoric pre-calculator time when we wanted to find something like the log base 8 of 3. Okay? And now there's a change of base on our calculators. So I will show you how to do that as well. But in this case, what we did is said, okay, this is some exponent x. So we would rewrite this as an exponential equation, a power equation. And then in order to find x, we would take the logarithm of both sides in a base we knew, and we would take that exponent from here and bring it out in front. Okay, so that's why we needed to learn that product rule or power rule. So now we have x times the log of whatever number, in this case I have 8, equals the log of whatever number, in this case I have 3. To get x alone, we would take the log of 3 divided by the log of 8. Now, when I say pre-calculator or prehistoric times, we had to use log tables. We did not have logarithm at all in our calculator. We didn't have calculators. We had to use our toes. But that's why we had to do this, is so that we could actually figure out what the exponent was. So now if you replace 8 and 3, okay, this was the log base 8 of 3, that became the log base 10 of 3 over the log base 10 of 8. And that's exactly what I have over here. Okay, so you switched it to a base that we could have used on our calculators or tables. So that would either be base 10 or base E. Those are what are on our easy calculators. Just a little footnote, when Joelle went to school at Jamestown, she had a graphing calculator, but in her chemistry classes, she could only use the calculators of the type Mrs. Eichhorst has you using. They had to be those, here's the display, you don't get to graph, you don't get to program it. It did not have change of base formula on it. And my old graphing calculators don't have the change of base method for it either. But I could show you on the newer calculators how it works. But you still need to learn this. You still need to learn this for those other logarithms. Okay. So if I was to do this the old way, I would say, well, this is going to be the log of 6 divided by the log of 4. Okay, so when you grab a calculator and do that, log of 6 divided by the log of 4, I got about 1.29, and I can check it by saying 4 raised to that answer, and it gives me back the 6. Okay. This one would become the log of 2 over the log of 7. So the big number still goes on the top, the little number goes to the bottom. And you should expect a number less than 1, correct? I got 0.3562, so I'm going to just do that much when I answer it. And again, if I check it, I'm going to have 7 raised to that power, and I did get my 2. Okay, same thing would apply if I would use the natural log of 6 over the natural log of 4. And here I can do the natural log of 2 over the natural log of 7. I'll get the same exact answer. Okay. people wonder, where do you ever use logarithms? It's amazing how much you use them as you move on into higher level sciences. And remember, math is just another science, but it's so specialized that it has to be taught separately, but they overlap. Okay, so if you're going to decide what is going on with earthquakes, okay? So the magnitude on the Richter scale, R, is given by the function, the intensity, I is the intensity of this newly felt earthquake, and I sub O is the intensity of a barely felt earthquake, okay? Somebody fell off of a stepladder down in Bismarck. We don't feel it here, okay? So that would be zero intensity. So if intensity of one earthquake is 50 times greater than that of another, then all this is asking for is what is the logarithm of 50 divided by the original 1. So logarithm of 50. Okay, so all it's asking you to do is grab your calculator and find the logarithm of 50. And I got really close to 1.7. It's 1.698, so when you round it, it's going to be 1.70. So that's all it's going to change on the Richter scale. So when they say, okay, the earthquake in Ethiopia was 6.2, but the earthquake in Japan was 7.9. That is a lot bigger, okay? Because that is going to be a difference of 1.7. That's 50 times greater than the other one. Okay, so one on the Richter scale is a lot more than, 1 times greater. It's tough when you see that. This also works with sound decibels. So logarithms is used probably more than you realize, but you will learn more and more as you work with more and more science.